So is Kelli the town clown? Is she the court jester that Porsha Williams is alleging that she is? We're going to get into it. We've got a response from Angie. Oh, yes, Angela has given us a verbal response. I got one more critique for her, and I think she might be on her way. Okay. Not that anyone is watching my videos, but I'm just simply saying, I think that this is advice she could definitely benefit from. Okay, so let's get all the way into it. Now I gotta ask y'all a question. A lot of y'all would love to be like, oh, Richie, yo, you was so messy. Y'all so messy, especially when it comes to the people who do what we do, who are black. Some of y'all love to say that. And so I just be wondering, do y'all say the same thing when it comes down to, I don't know, other publications where they do similar things and they actually kind of stir the pot a little bit, like in this video right here that we're about to see? Because what Bryce does over at Entertainment Tonight is he brings up something to Porsha that I don't believe that she knew, okay? And so it definitely spilled some tea, got a response, and I'm not mad at it. But are you? Let's take a look, okay? Let's take a look, see.
The person who's jumping in on every conversation is Kelli. Yeah. She has since muted the terms Porsha and Drew in her Instagram comments so people can't mention you guys. Oh. And also,
so what he does is he says Kelli is basically jumping in on everybody's conversations. Then he says that, did you know that she has the terms Porsha and Drew muted on Instagram? I didn't even know that. Okay. And you know, we are in the weeds. All right. We in the weeds. So that was some interesting information right there. Said my father do. Okay. But I wonder if the same people that call us messy will call him messy. Anyway, so she's like, oh, you don't say now, don't you know?
to declare herself the standard.
I don't think that would be good for her algorithm. She might want to add us back in there. Because what else are they going to be talking about?
Are you banned in Nigeria?
Yes. From the community? Absolutely not. They said they don't want you no more. In every court, you're gonna have a gesture. She's the town clown. It is what it is. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think that you gotta have somebody who is yelling and keeping something up, and that must be her role. She seems to love it. I just hope she evolves from it, though. Yeah, you don't have to be the joke. You don't have to be that at all times. You can actually be a boss. You can actually come up from the ashes and rise like a phoenix. You can. You too can still rise.
By ashes. You and Andy set the tone.
Do you agree with Porsha? Is Kelli taking on the role of this? I think, was it Candace that called her an imp? I cannot recall if it was her or not. And if not, Candace, I'm sorry. I thought I remember that word imp being used, and this is no shade to Kelli, but I'm just going back into my mind on another person who had a very similar, not similar, but kind of an interesting thing to say. So do you feel as though Kelli is like the joke of the season? I mean, she is definitely a punchline for quite a few of these housewives.
From before even getting on those couches that day, that in the glam room, reunion is for about moving forward, except for maybe you and Shamia.
Yeah.
Where did you net out with her at the end of that reunion? How are you? The person who's jumping in.
So
at the end of that reunion, how are you feeling about being around her moving forward?
I don't know. It's so funny. Like, it just is what it is. I'm continuing to flourish. I'm a very happy person. And I'm really just enjoying the people who are respectful of my boundaries.
So this is interesting as well. And this is kind of what I would hope that Shamia would do in her interviews. And what it is this is what you do. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys some PR 101 right here. When you are answering questions in an interview and somebody asks you something that you really don't want to talk about, you acknowledge that they asked you the question. Well, I mean, this is, this is an interesting space that we're all in this reunion. But, I just want to focus on myself, and I just want to, continue to flourish and shine and just, really, really love on the people that are loving on me. Boom. Okay. And then you save your antagonistic behavior for the show. Okay? For the show. Save it for the show. Because then that makes the interview about you and not the other person. And that's what you want. That's what you want. That is what a seasoned person does in this game. Okay, now Porsha will throw out a nuclear bomb every now and again on the social media streets, on the whatever the app of the moment is, okay, whether it's the tweets, the threads, the comments, whatever she needs to do in order to stirs it up, and then she'll back up off of that thing and go and sell some go nakeds. Go sell some strands of hair and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at it. I'm saying that's what you do. That's what you I mean, listen, if you all getting back and forth with the people, Angela, if you are all getting back and forth with the people, unless the threads people are paying you, unless the X people are paying you to do this, it's free labor. We don't do free labor. So this is the way to go. Okay. So with that being said, this is some points that I wanted to make, some Saturday points that I felt like were apropos as we head into episode 2 of the reunion. Now let's get into Angela. What does she have to say?
It's been fun. I feel like I'm punching down.
She says she feels like she's punching down. Bum, ba-rum, bum, bum. Okay, so this is shout out to our friends over at No Chaser. Shout out to our friends over at the Bravo Shade Room for that last story, Circa Entertainment Tonight. She says she feels like she's punching down. Okay. So this is interesting to me because I've always heard that if you were going to do battle with somebody, you should probably be fighting up. Okay. Because if you are fighting down, that means that you're working on an easy target. That's low hanging fruit. Is it because you don't want to battle upwards? But I guess maybe after looking at the landscape of what's happened, she feels like, you know what? I'm biting the town clown per Porsha. And this just isn't worth my time. Is that the case, Angela?
Not even fun anymore. No ghost kitchen.
But mind you, she is doing something that I said to do. Now, I'm not saying she listened to me in any way, shape, or form. That woman probably doesn't even know who I am. However, I did say in my other video, either yesterday or the day before, I said, if you are going to be online, do not tweet these words out, sit down in front of the camera, and throw your insults with your fan in your hand. Okay? That's what you do. Preferably the blinged out version, because that's the one everybody's looking for. Okay? But this is step 1 in the right direction, Angela. I'm going to tell you step 2 in 1 second. Y'all want to listen to this, because this is going to be the gotcha that just boom.
Oh my goodness. Hey, y'all. I know, baby. It was a rent promo.
She's talking about Kelly's The Standard shirts, and essentially Kelly had let us all know via one of the apps that she sold out. She sold out of the Standard shirts. Now, here's the gotcha. We don't know exactly how many she had in stock. So the sold out word, I mean, I guess it's kind of debatable, right? We don't know. But the point is she sold out, so congratulations. I said do the standard body mist and body oils, but that's just me, okay? That's just me, Kelly, because again, you want products that can be repeatedly purchased when people run out. That's what you want to do. But at least Angela is out here giving us insults with her fan.
Hey, let her pay the rent. Kitchen sold separately. You buy a cookbook, but you need a kitchen too. Oh goodness. I know. I wish Kenya would chime in.
You know, I don't know that we would see Kenya ever chime in on this level of, I mean, this drama is pretty low level. I mean, it's pretty low vibrational, to be honest with you as well. Now, not to say Kenya can't get low, because we didn't see Kenya get low. Low, low, low. Down low. Up under the flow. All right? But I think she might have learned her lesson. But Kenya usually reserves her punchlines for the show or her YouTube channel. Stand by.
Y'all see my shirt? It says banned. Banned. Let me tell you something. Don't let nothing you've been through be embarrassing or be tea about you. Ever. That you survived, that you're on the other side of, that you came out of successfully. Nah. That was the best thing that ever happened to me, losing my job.
This is something I can also attest to, right? She says, I'm assuming this is the being banned by FINRA, which yesterday we did talk about a little bit because I was like, I know for certain occupations that when you discover something is not for you in an intensely regulated field like that, it can be a lot of cumbersome work. And if she's somebody who really just wants to be in the real estate space and move fluidly, I think that it's probably best that you not be into too deep into that aspect of the financial industry unless that's your specialty. That's what you want to focus on. So I do understand what she's saying here. I don't know the behind the scenes story of what happened with her and FINRA, but I can also understand exactly what she's saying because I've been in this position before. I too also was fired from my news job. The news organization ended up moving to Orlando, and they left Miami for Orlando, and they basically got new hosts. And we had to wonder what we were going to do. And fortunate for me, I found y'all on YouTube. And that's going to lead me into the next thing that I have to say about Angela.
Me. And I was the only person hurt in that ordeal. Nobody else. We banned, honey.
And see, this is how you do it. This is how you recover from it. You talk about the story, but what I would do if I were Angela, okay, this is gets me into part 2 of what I wanted to say about this whole situation is I'm happy to see she's finally sitting there talking about these things with the fan in her hand, which is what I wanted to see. Marketing 101, let's integrate your product into the mix, all right? Now, the next thing that I want you to do, Angela, is I want you to start a YouTube channel. And what I want you to do is I want you to show us the process, walk us behind the process of getting these fans done, getting your makeup done, whatever it is, those little moments where you can really talk to us and give us your thoughts and ideas or episode or things that are happening for you behind the scenes. Because what we do know to be true is you can take that revenue from YouTube and you can actually utilize that for your investment properties. Now, I mean, you already got it going on clearly, right? But why not leverage the YouTube income that you could make from the attention that you're getting? If you're going to make these types of insults, at least do it the smart way that Candy and Dr. Heavenly used to, right? That Candy would do. Because Candy, when she got on, here's the thing about that was super smart about Candy, whether you like her or you don't, she saved all of her insults for her own YouTube channel. She did not get to tweeting. She did not get to threading. She did not get to knitting. She did not get to sewing and posting in some written format that don't get no pay. Okay. She took that to her own platform and she said, you know what? do. I'm about to do I pop all over you, Tamar. And I'm gonna do it on my channel where I get paid from the views, and they're gonna have to come see me to hear about it. And I'm gonna talk about all of my other things that I got going on at the same dang on time. That's how you do this. Okay? That's how you do it. Now, for those of you guys out there who are thinking to yourselves, well, isn't YouTube going up to 8,000 watch hours for anybody who's new to the platform starting February 1st? What does that tell you? Get to work then, okay? Get to work. Get to making some videos and content. Start today. But anyway, that's what I would do if I were Angela. Me advising her from this perspective is what I think is the wave for somebody like her who clearly wants to be involved, who clearly wants to get her side of the story out, who clearly doesn't mind throwing the punches. Girl, get paid for it, okay? At the end of the day, get paid 3 ways. 1 from the show, 2 from your fans, and 3 from your content. Boom. That's how you do it. All right, I don't really have that much more to say because I feel like I've given enough business advice for today. If you are somebody who is struggling with getting your hours in, your watch hours, or just being consistent with this, I got something on the way for you. With that being said, just click the like button on this video. That's all you got to do if you like this content, if you like my perspective on it, if you like me being I'm a little bit unhinged, but fun, okay? I don't go in on these people like, I just don't like that because I just don't, that ain't even in my nature. But I will tell you what I think, all right? And I'm going to do so in a real eloquent way because it's challenging to me. Well, not challenging, but it's fun to speak ever so eloquently. A little country, K. Michelle style. Yeah, with a little bit of flair. All right, with that being said, y'all, listen, keep it locked on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Make sure you guys get my books on Amazon. The Wickedest Wives, books 1 and books 2. Book 2. I am working on book 3, so be on the lookout for that. I tell y'all all the time, get on YouTube. Start a YouTube channel and just start talking. Just start. Get paid for all of this. All of this. All this. Anyway, catch you on the next video.